Hey everybody, welcome to World Monologue Games. You are watching the global finals and this is the endurance category. My name is Pete Malicki, I am the creator of the games and your host. So the World Monologue Games regional finals this year had 300 performers in 21 live stream shows across 6 different categories. You are now seeing the best of the best here at the Globals. And the endurance category are the best 5 to 10 minute monologues, all done in one go, one take. So just a few things. So you as our viewers get to vote alongside the judges and help select who lands on the podium at this year's games. We will be announcing our winners on Wednesday week in about 10 days. I think that is on the 30th of November. So if you're interested in voting, I will be coming back at the end of the show after the performers and explaining how that all works and publishing a link to the voting form. I'm just worried we're getting a little bit of lag here. Unfortunately, the internet has been a bit shite here in Sydney. We have bad connections at the NBN. So I might actually just change my network and hopefully that's a bit more stable before I get the performers on. So you might just lose me for a sec. Sorry about that in advance. Just bear with me, guys. Sorry about this. Okay, super sorry about that, folks. Hopefully that's going to be smoother sailing moving forwards, better now than after the performers have come on. So, all right, as I was saying, the endurance category is 5 to 10 minutes long, and you can vote for your favorite 2 performers at the end of the show. There is strong language and adult themes in this show, so please be warned if you are triggered by anything. It might very well be in this event tonight. If you want to show us a little bit of love, we'd love it if you can hit the like button or the give us a subscription, leave a chat message or leave a comment. That is a wonderful way to support us and to show some support for the performers. But look, I think that's enough from me. I am now going to hand over to our actors who are waiting in the wings. And all I have left to say is I hope you enjoy World Monologue Games 2022 Global Finals Endurance category.
I bit my lip. Hard. Right here. Yeah. Is it still bleeding? I was chewing a walnut. Took me ages to crack the shell. Had to use the back of a knife in the end. One of those machete things? Yeah, one of those. And the really funny thing was, I thought to myself, careful Lydia, careful. You don't want to hit yourself in the face with one of those machete things. You don't want to split your face open, smash your skull. So I was being really, really careful. Hold the handle tightly, bash at the shell, crack it in half, pull it apart and look. See inside that beautiful walnut? Like a teeny tiny brain. And they're good for you, right? They're good for your skin, your hair. They're organic. Not like the ones from the supermarket already shelled. These were the real thing. The real thing. So I'm thinking about this. How healthy they are, how good I'm being, eating walnuts and not something fatty or unhealthy like say a Pluto pup or say fried cheese on a stick. And I think Carol would be proud of me. She would. She'd say, good on you, Lydia. Good on you, doing something good for yourself for once. It's about time. It's about time. Well, Carol used to say, if something's worth doing, it's worth doing properly. What do you call that when someone says something all the time, like a mantra or a catchphrase? Carol was full of them. I used to get the shit sometimes. You can imagine Big Sister Carol in my ear night and day. Lydia, have you been using my hairbrush? Lydia, have you put the bins out? Lydia, have you bothered to wash up yet? Lydia, stop snivelling and mop the kitchen floor. Clean the bath, dust the hallway, put out the washing. Iron Daryl's shirt. He's got a job interview on Tuesday and he has to look really schmicko. He's competing with all the smart-ass kids from the uni. If he doesn't get this job, Lydia, it's your fault. It's your fault, Lydia. It's all your fault. You never care about things like ironing and it makes all the difference. If I've said it once, I'll say it again. If something's worth doing, it's worth doing properly. Do you hear me, Lydia? Are you ignoring me? Lydia? 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 My breathing exercises. I'm meant to do them every day. Anytime I get that feeling. Doc said I need to breathe heavily through my nose and sort of make my lips into a sort of tube and puff the air out. Like that. I do it a few times and the feeling just goes away. Breathe in. To be honest, I've been getting that feeling a lot. I've had that feeling a lot and it makes me go, it makes me feel, well, not pleasant, not, what did Carol call it? Civilized, that's it. I told her not to tell Daryl, but she did, of course. Oh, well, she loves him, see, so she tells him anything, everything. Daryl said, "It's fucking creepy. You should be locked up with the rest of the crazies. You're just like your mum. She had to go into care and you're just like her." People say my hands are mum's hands. Same crooked little finger like mum. Carol's hands are more like dad's. Sensible hands, practical hands. Well, that's what people say anyway. Although, I don't really remember Dad's hands after that day. Mum said he had to go interstate for work. Carol said she didn't blame him, a Maddie like Mum. He just couldn't stand it anymore. It's terrible when you can't stand things. But if you can stand things, then you do. And you just say, "Yes, Daryl," and "Okay, Daryl," and "Would you like another beer, Daryl?" One day you might be sitting at the kitchen table, helping Carol make Daryl's birthday cake, sieving the flour and sorting out the cinnamon. And it's going to be a nice one, Carol tells me, because it's a milestone birthday. A milestone birthday. Well, I make a little joke to Carol. I say, "Lucky it's not a tombstone birthday." Get it? A tombstone birthday. Well, Carol laughs, and she doesn't laugh much these days, I've noticed. And she sort of makes this high-pitched wheeze sort of sound, and she turns around, and I just know. I know. It's him. Come in the kitchen, standing there watching her, silent. She's scared of him. She loves him, but she's scared of him, and I hate him, but I'm scared of him too. We both go quiet, and I'm staring down at the table, and he grabs her arm, makes her scream, and I say, "Don't, Daryl, don't!" And he says, "Shut the fuck up!" The feeling in my chest and my throat and my head, and it's moving through me, and I'm breathing in and puffing out, and he shouts at me, "I told you to shut up," and he pushes my head down on the table. For a moment, I just lie there smelling the spices, breathing in all the ingredients, the cinnamon and the flour and the organic walnuts Carol bought. Carol pulls him off me. He calls her a very bad word, and I hear a thump, and I hear her make a tiny scream. I take a peek. I see he's got his back to me. He's hurting Carol. She's crying, and I feel around with one hand, Mum's hand, for something. I feel the eggs and the wooden spoon, and then the organic walnuts waiting to be shelled. But that's the problem with the real thing. You have to crack them open. You have to smash them apart. Split their shells. And all we had was a machete. And they do make a mess. Machetes and walnuts, but it's worth it. It's always worth it. If I've said it once, I'll say it again. If something's worth doing, it's worth doing properly. Although, I probably didn't need to do Carol too. Daryl was probably enough. I'd say Daryl was self-defense and Carol was Mum's hand. Is my lip still bleeding?
It's very cold down here. And dirty. And muddy. But you know what? I've never been that happy with my decision before. Because this is the decision that I could make for myself. Stupid, stubborn, selfish. I know what people are gonna think about my decision that day. And you, perhaps one of them. But Mom, Dad, I've got enough. Enough of the expectation to stay on top. Enough of the pressure that keeps me at my desk for 15 hours straight. Enough of the person you want me to become. But I never wanted to become myself. I'm sorry I didn't score 10 in my final. I'm sorry I fell asleep while doing my homework. I'm sorry I couldn't make the gifted school. Your daughter was just not good enough. But because my only job is to study, doesn't mean I have no pressure. Because I don't have a family to feed, can't be worried, emotional, stressed, or depressed. Mom, I know you love me so much. But love is not good enough when you never try to understand what your daughter truly wants. When I was floating up there, I was able to look at the light from our apartment. And I thought, did I regret that decision? Perhaps I did. Maybe you don't know. But I also had a dream. In my dream, I was with my band on the stage. We just finished my favorite song, Always Remember Us This Way from Lady Gaga. And a big round of applause came from the audience. I was exhausted, but extremely happy. No more teachers, no more schools, no more grade, no more rules. If I didn't give up and kept on persuading you, would you ever change your mind and be a bit more gentle with your daughter? I'm sorry, I can't fulfill your dream anymore. And I can't make you proud anymore. But if I have another chance to live, I just want to live my own life. Chase my own dream. Would you want to be my mum again?
People have called me a hero, a killer, a saint, and a psychopath. They even used to say the first three all in the same sentence. Hero, killer, saint. My name's Mark Theo Carter, and until recently I lived a completely unremarkable life. Past 5 years I hardly worked a day and more or less lived off welfare. The only thing most of you would find interesting about my last 5 years is that I killed 16 people. Only got charged for 4 of them, but that was more than enough for the life sentence. I did my first one not too long after I quit my job. My latest relationship had just broken down and I was going through some shit. Killing someone wasn't exactly on my things to do list, but you know, the right situation crops up and you never know what might happen. It was late at night on a Wednesday. There I was, walking through a park, when I come across what looks like a couple of teenagers having some fun. Not many people go in the dark spots around there, but I seek them out. I get a little closer and I see the guy has his hand clamped down on the girl's mouth, and there's something glinting in the pale moonlight. He sees me and freaks a bit, holding what I can now see is a knife at her throat. I say to him, "You ever done this before, boy? You're holding that little butter knife like you're ready to spread marmalade on toast." I'm real close now. I can see his pants are halfway down. If you don't mind me getting her a little messy, I can show you a trick or two with that Swiss Army. The guy stares at me for a long moment. He recognizes the stronger male. The girl's so scared she can hardly move a muscle. I crouch down beside her head and look the guy straight in the eyes. He's curious. So he hands me the knife. The last mistake he would ever make. He collapses in a heap of bleeding dead shit. I pull his body away from the girl and offer her my hand. She lies there whimpering, naked. I pull her to her feet and send her on her merry way. I got off without so much as a wrist slap for that one girl. Told the court he attacked me and I somehow managed to disarm him and defend myself. Media called me a hero and the girls' family were ready to knight me. The second guy didn't get me quite the same reception. I'd been helping my brother load electronics into his store at 3 a.m. I drove off when I was done, but came back 10 minutes later because I forgot my wallet. Now there's this guy in there stuffing cameras into a garbage bag. I go up to him and he spins around to find my fist. Breaking his nose, I pull him to the ground, grabbing a fistful of his long Fabio hair. Made it real easy to smash his head into the ground. It was years later before they pinned it on me. But if I hadn't killed the fucker, I might not have got life. Before my trial, all the shrinks agreed I was a psychopath. Most people wouldn't have the first clue what this means. You see movies with complete crazies killing people at random or making skin suits or whatever. But that's not what a psycho is. Quite simply, we're people who don't feel guilt, remorse, empathy. That's the biggest distinction between you and me. It doesn't mean we're naturally wired to kill or that we seek it out or enjoy it. We just don't feel anything when it happens. It's like drinking a cup of fucking tea. The third guy took a swipe at my face after I told him to stop graffitiing the walls. And a moment later, I choked the little dick to death. 4, 5, 6 were all in similar fashion, young fuck-ups doing something antisocial in my face, who didn't heed my polite advice. I have a physiological reason not to give a toss about the inhumanity we're all a part of. What's your excuse? What's yours? You think it's funny locking me up 23 and a half hours a day in this observation room with only these psychos for company? Anyway, you didn't come here sitting behind that safety glass like cowards to find out how miserable you are. 7 was drunk and picked a fight with me. 8 and 9 were drug dealers from my old high school peddling shit in my neighborhood. I told them where to go and one of them pulls a gun. So I shot them both through the eyes. 10 through 15, boring, let's move on. So, the last guy was known to me. I used to get Christmas cards from him after I saved his life 8 years back. I was a lifeguard then, and I saved his stupid ass. A few years later, he bumps into my friend Sam from the surf club, buys her a few drinks, ends up taking her home. She gets cold feet when the beer goggles wear off, but he doesn't take no for an answer. Rapes her. She's too afraid to go to the cops, and so he gets away with it until he walks into me in the street. I saved this fucker's life, and he thanks the world by sexually assaulting my friend. I do society a much bigger favor by icing people I know are bad than saving ones who may or may not be good. So I took the only weapon I had, a pen, and I stabbed this guy in the neck. Everyone started screaming, and he fell onto the ground and tried to crawl away, bleeding all over the damn place. I watched him for 3 whole minutes before some cop had his gun in my face. And before you know it, I'm in the slammer with a life sentence. Anyway, that's my story. Make of it what you will and judge me as you see fit. God knows I'm judging you, hypocritical shitbags. I'm Theo Carter. Hero. Killer. Saint.
Have you ever thought about killing yourself? Just one last straw on the camel's back and putting it all to rest. Putting you to rest. Well, I have. Several times now. Maybe a year or so. That's if any was coming. See, the thing that I've come to realize is you never really have a well thought out plan. Like, you never sit yourself in one of those self-analyzing meetings where agenda number 1 is killing yourself, followed by minute number 4, how to kill yourself, and then you'll be that says, oh hey, and by the way, don't forget to kill yourself. I mean, it always starts off as an idea, you know, lurking at the back of your mind, which later resurfaces as the last option, the elusive exit plan. But if push ever comes to shove, you always have those pain-reducing pills at your bedside that you could swallow, or that incredibly strong news that was purchased for an entirely different use but now feels like it could serve an even greater purpose. Or a trip and fall off a four-story building. Anyways, to kill a rat, right? Now see, the thing with me is that I tend to be picky at times. Well, most times, but hey, who's counting? What that basically means is there is a 98.99% likelihood of me being a perfectionist. I've been told that I have this insatiably high standards and feelings of wanting to get it right the first time, maybe the second. Most definitely that. But if you're being honest with ourselves here, that never really happens until the what? 1064th time, maybe. And I'm only just putting the highest possible number right off the top of my mind. Bottom line here being, even in matters as serious as ways of ending my life, I'd personally go for the quick but painless one. You're getting hit by a bus on the highway or blowing my brains off with a .45mm caliber Glock. But we never really get what we want now, do we? That one endless cycle of events where everyone dies in the end. I love life, don't get me wrong. In fact, I think everyone loves life. I mean, what's there not to love about the morning sun brightening up our days, or beautiful music that sets our souls on fire, or a Kothe serving us hashtag bad bitch vibes on the gram on a daily? In the words of Saturn Brady, I want to be as confident as she is. I mean, how did she get to be so confident? That is love, that life that we love so much has a way of shitting on our faces. Or rather, we have a way of shitting on our own faces. Okay, now that I say it out loud, I see how physically impossible it is, but you get the point, yeah? Quick pros and cons game now, would you? So, everyone has problems they have to deal with, not just me. Con, regression to the mean. You can never be too happy and you can never be too sad. Wait. Is that even a protocol? A lot of donuts. Sometimes even I don't know. I don't know what I want anymore. I don't know who I am. I don't know what to feel. Like, should I be sad or should I be happy? Should I get angry? Put up a tantrum? Throw myself on the ground? Roll all over the grass like some toddler? I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I'm scared. Scared that if shit hits the fan and all is said and done, I'll quit holding on and let go. Let go of that imaginary rope that I've been dangling for. Quit holding my breath under the water and let go. That the need for peace and tranquility will finally have overweighed that of wanting to see the sun for yet another day. That I finally get to see my mother again. Have you ever thought about killing yourself? And it scares me. No, it terrifies me.
I hate parties. They're always so full of people. Over there's Samantha Hobbs, chatting away and charming everyone within a 2-metre radius. They don't know that she cheated on a husband with 2 men. And there's Beck Brooke. She stole a child's bicycle and gave it to her niece. Jono appears. Jilly, this is Pete. Pete, my little sis. A stocky man sticks his hand out. I don't take it. Oh, hi. Sorry, I have a cold. I don't want to infect you. Pete says, no worries, and touches me on the shoulder. All of a sudden, I'm Pete. I'm drunk and screaming. Who asked you what you think, huh? I didn't ask you. Don't you talk back at me. I will be as loud as I damn well please in my own house. What did you call me? I hit my girlfriend across the face. She stumbles back and I press forward and follow up with 2 more. She crumbles to the ground. And I'm Jilly again. Jono and Pete are looking at me expectantly. One of them's asked me a question I didn't hear. I'm used to covering by now, so I say, oh well, what can you say? They look at each other and I excuse myself. I weave my way through the gathering and into the bathroom where I put my face under icy cold running water. This never gets any easier. I am cursed. The first time I make physical contact with a person, I become them when they were at their worst. I felt the rush of adrenaline as I smashed a beer glass over someone's head, the thrill of sliding someone's wallet out their back pocket. I have lied, cheated, stolen, assaulted, sexually assaulted, carjacked, and even kidnapped. The things I've done keep me awake every night. I'm nauseous and I want to go home. I've been here long enough to keep my brother happy and I don't want to risk this happening again. I wipe down my face and find Jono. He hugs me. It's the longest I've stayed at a party in 2 years, and the subtext of that hug is, I'm glad you're getting better, sis. That night my dreams are haunted. I come to work exhausted and shut myself in my office. If I wasn't on the executive, I'm pretty sure I'd have lost my job a year ago. There's a knock at the door and in comes John Millicent. Jilly, you look like death tied you to a tree and buggered you all night. He used to deal cocaine and once sold to a 13-year-old. Thank you, John. Lovely of you to notice. Do you want something? Auditors here. Oh, crap. I forgot about them. I head to reception, and there's a young woman and a man about my age. We go to the meeting room and talk about the joyous topic of corporate tax for 20 minutes. It's all fine and dandy until the young woman passes me something and brushes my fingers. I am Chloe Wilkins. I'm texting my boyfriend and I'm driving. I glance up and there's nothing on the road. I type in, lol babe, love you so much. I hit send, look up, and there's a dog in front of me. I swerve to miss it. I hit a child. My stomach drops and my whole world shatters like a jigsaw puzzle thrown on the floor. I look out my window at the child and puke in my lap. A minute later, I wipe my mouth, take a deep breath, and drive away. Chloe's leaning forward with concern in her face. I look at her, horror in my face. There's no way she can know about my curse, but as our eyes lock, she knows that I know. I excuse myself and rush out, passing John and telling him to deal with the auditors. I slam the door of my office and dry retch for 2 minutes with my head in a wastebasket. Shaking and feeble, I call my brother. Jono, it's me. I need to see that doctor, Mum's old one. I'm going to need something to sleep. He gives me a number and the earliest they can see me is tomorrow.
I can't help but feel grateful I still have sick leave as I wait in the doctor's surgery. Julian, come on through. I head down a short corridor and into Dr. Forsyth's room. He's a skinny 60-year-old with sparkling grey eyes. What's bothering you, Miss Williams? I tell him about insomnia and stress. He takes my blood pressure. He touches me and I'm him. I'm administering a flu shot to an elderly gent. There's something in the shot. Something I've put in there. Dimorphine. Enough to kill a person. It's not the first time I've done this. Not even close. I push the plunger and smile as the liquid leaves the barrel of the syringe and seeps into his arm. Miss Williams, I'm aghast. This doctor is a killer, a serial killer. Dr. Forsyth, have you been murdering your patients? His jaw drops. I'd never normally comment, but he was my mother's doctor. I know what you're doing. Did you do it to Edith Williams? Did you inject my mother with heroin? He tells me to leave. I go straight to the police station. I've never told anyone but my curse before, but I have to put an end to what he's doing, no matter what it hurts me. But I don't go in. Oh, they'd never bloody believe me. What with him being a respectable member of the community and my total lack of evidence. Oh, crap. I return to his surgery and wait out in the street for over 5 hours for him to come out. He shuffles past and I start the engine. I look around and no one else is in sight. He crosses the road a few metres ahead. It would look like an accident. Even if I got caught, it would be worth sacrificing myself to stop him. I take a deep breath, put the car in gear and pull out. I press down on the accelerator. I lived in fear every day for 3 weeks. But then, something miraculous happened. I met a guy called Jake at a work function, shook his hand, and nothing. No flashbacks, no visions. I just made contact with a stranger and absolutely nothing happened. I was so elated. I missed the absent look in his eyes as our hands clasped. 4 months later, I realised there was something very significant about that handshake. Jake follows me home one evening and slips inside as I shut the door. I tried to scream, but his hand clamps down over my mouth. You've been a naughty girl, Gillian. You thought no one would ever find out. Not only do I know what you did, I know you meant to do it. He was a murderer. He injected his patients with lethal doses of drugs. He killed my mother. Sorry, honey. It's a little late for the theatrics. You did what you did, and you'll face the consequences. You're doing what I did. He sneers at me contemptuously as his hand clamps over my throat and presses down. I close my eyes, lest I see one more person at their darkest moment.
Good afternoon, dear subjects of the Mushroom Kingdom. Oh, what a wonderful sunny day it is. Hello there, Mr. Sun. Oh, you look a bit grumpy, Mr. Sun. Is it because Miss Moon is waning and you won't get to shine on her face for another week? And let us all just be happy that there isn't a cloud in the sky on this glorious day. Oh, except for that one over there, with the golden turtle throwing what looks like biological waste out all over the kingdom. Someone's going to call it on you, Mr. Turtle. Now, I am what? Hello there, Captain Toad. You look a little anxious. You need to speak with me. I'm in the middle of a little speech, so I'll be with you in 1 minute. Oh, it's rather pressing, you say. Well, I'll make it quick. I'm sure you don't want the entire kingdom waiting while we shoot the breeze, Captain Toad. Oh, Yellow Toad, not Captain Toad. I'm sorry. Not to poop on your sense of identity, but you're all slightly identical. Now, I am delighted. Oh, Princess Daisy. So nice to see you showing your face at my monthly royal address. I know how busy you are making sure the lovely yellow and brown dress doesn't get dirty in it. So it's wonderful you made it this one time. Now, I am delighted to announce that we will be hosting a party for the whole of Toad Town at Mushroom Castle this very evening. Everyone is invited, yay! Everyone except Bowser, of course. We will begin preparations immediately. Please, tell your friends and neighbors about the party. And please, bring nothing more than your appetite and your good spirits. Leave luck to heaven. I wish they'd bring me some actual good spirits. I could use a fucking drink after that nauseating crap. Don't even know what I ever did to be put in charge of the fucking fungus province. Yellow Toad! What did you want? Really? You were going to interrupt me during a public address to tell me your pay is late? You are an abject coward, yet you had the guts to stand up to the princess in front of the entire population to complain about industrial matters. All right, Mr. Toadstool. How about this? You go and fix me some afternoon tea and I get out the checkbook. Pardon, my little darling? What would I like for my afternoon tea? How about a cheese and mushroom pizza? Spinach and mushroom crepes? Chicken and mushroom lasagna? Mushroom omelette? Or my favorite, stuffed mushrooms? That's right, you little twerp. Run away. Oh, Daisy, my favorite illegitimate monarch. Haven't returned to Sarasalan yet. The only known place in the entire universe that's even more depressing than the bloody Mushroom Kingdom. What do you want? Of course, you're upset with me. All you ever do is swan around showing off that dress and developing grudges. What the hell did I do to put up being stupid bandit this time? Luigi. Why would I sleep with Luigi? Gawky bastard is hardly the kind of guy a real princess would go for. Oh my! Where'd you get that? RedTube.com. Double-crossing bastard, he said he wasn't recording. I'm gonna cut off his balls for this. Okay, Daisy. I shagged him. But there is a good reason. I am a princess, the sole leader of an entire kingdom. Every week, I am kidnapped by an overweight dinosaur with breath like a dead skunk's rotten arsehole, and my entire defense force is comprised of one short, fat, mustachioed plumber with no military training or experience. He and his brother are the only human males around here, and damn it, I have my needs. Needs which toadstool people and turtles cannot fulfill. And believe me, I have tried. At least Luigi has a 5 out of 10 body and spends less time in the sewers than Mario. Anyway, Daisy, I told you 6 months ago I wanted you to get Link away from that bitch Zelda. Bring him to me and stop stooping your crush. Now scram. I have a party to organize and my stuff are all spores. Oh, speak of the devil. Which one are you? Are you told? Good. What do you have to report? A present from the Coopers, you say? This wouldn't happen to be about the size of a small house, would it? Told. Do you remember the birthday cake the Coopers sent last year? You let it into the castle, didn't you? And what was it that happened? That's right. Bowser was inside and I got kidnapped. I gave you a copy of the Iliad after that, and yet you're still letting in Trojan fucking birthday presents. Put it in the furnace, or I will saute you and make Toadette eat you in front of your children. Oh, Mario! I swear, that wasn't me. Bloody Japanese anti-porn are always using my image. No respect for the International Convention of Intellectual Property. Well, if you're not here about that, what are you doing in my drawing room? You want to get married? Me? To you? Honest to God, why is everybody bringing their crazy to me today? Who spiked the damn drinking water? Oh my God, Mario, I'm buzzing. Hello, Daddy, what a surprise. Mario's here. I hope you want my name saying with the sun. Oh, okay, sure. I'll ask him to step out for a moment. Mario, fuck off. To what I displeasure, Daddy? What do you mean? I haven't spoken to them in months. Forbes magazine published my net worth. That explains a lot. What did they say it was? $1 billion? You told me I had 200K in a trust account. Are you telling me I'm worth 5,000 times that amount? I told you I didn't speak to anyone. Oh, I know what happened here. Someone's leaked your finances and you were trying to turn it around on me to deflect the fact that you were trying to steal 99.98% of my wealth. You thieving old bastard. When I turn 18, I'm going to utterly destroy you. And yes, I may have a cute ass, but I can do basic mathematics in my head.
Let's play. Let's play. Do you wanna play? He's sleepy. Let's play. Huh? No? No? Come. You awake? He's sleepy. You awake? No? You can't move? You can't move. Just like the others, you can't move. You can move. I wanna play. I hide, you find. I hide, you find. I hide, you find. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Go. Oh no. Oh. I believe you met the kid. He has some serious shit going on, but he's harmless. I need a fucking cigarette. Just a second, okay? Jesus Christ. Not again. Why did I put my... Oh. Yes. Yes. Okay. Alright, here's the deal. Oh no. You drank the whole glass, didn't you? That's why you were like this. Can't move. Can't do a shit. Alright, girl. He got you. He got you real bad. I hate to tell people bad news, but I don't think you're going to get away alive. I really don't. I can help you. I could help you. But I'm sure I won't. No. The last time I did it, he kept me locked for 3 years. Do you know what I feel like? 3 years? Girl. I won't let this happen again. I'm sorry. That's life. Always the pretty one, isn't it? Probably a kindergarten teacher or something like that. I know someone who can help you. He's a little crazy. We all are. But since he's probably sleeping, maybe he can help you. I don't know. But there is something that... Not again. Oh no, not again. I'm so sorry you did it again. You motherfucker! This is my body. I'm the real one. I am the real one. Come down. I'm gonna help you. Okay? I'm gonna help you. Calm down. You can move. Think. The key. You need to help me to find the key. Okay. No. Blink. Can you blink? 1 for yes and 2 for no. Can you blink? You can blink. Okay. I'll find the key. I'll find the key now. Carry you all the way. Okay. The key is here. It's here, near you. Okay, no. Blink. It's here. No. Okay. Nothing. It's here. It's here. It's here. I'll find the key. I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save you. See, we're going to save. I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna carry you. Jesus. Give me 1 second. Come down. What a mess. Jesus Christ. Okay. Sorry. I'm back. Just in time, huh? I'm gonna close this. Right. Much better. Okay. I'm really sorry about all of this. See, my name is Hector. We are all excited to meet you. Sorry about the others. Me too. I was taking a little bit of rest because I'm gonna need it. And you too, isn't it? You are so beautiful. Okay. Do you wanna get out of here? Isn't it? I'm gonna help you. Yes. Come down. I'm here to help. You see, there is something I need to tell you about.
Hey babe, tell me what you wanna be. Float your mind and listen to the bass. Rockin' to the levels, you're so fortunate free. Looking at
Okie dokie, that was our endurance category at the World Monologue Games Global Finals. A huge congratulations to all of the performers. That is no easy feat to do such a long monologue all in one take, uninterrupted. So well done. Fantastic work, guys. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I am going to make a change to the description of this video, and you will now be able to find a link to the voting form. If you're watching live, you do need to refresh the screen. If you're watching afterwards, it will already be there. However, just bear in mind that voting lines are open for 48 hours. So if you're seeing this after 48 hours from the end of this broadcast, the voting has already concluded. Now, just a friendly reminder not to try to vote more than once. We do see a lot of data in the voting form, and we will just delete all of the votes if you try to do that, all of your votes. So please don't. Thank you. We have another weekend at the World Monologue Games Global Finals next weekend. We have the main amateur category on Friday, and we have the youth and main professional categories on Saturday. So we'd love to see you there at our final 3 of 6 Global Finals shows. If you are keen to get involved in World Monologue Games, you can register via our website. We always have room for more people. It's in around April and May every year in which we take submissions. But we also have a film festival, the World Monologue Film Festival, that is already open for submissions. You're very welcome to check that out. I've put links for all of these things in the description of this video. World Monologue Film Festival is a bit of fun. It's similar to the games, except we have a much greater emphasis on the cinematography, and the script is also part of the judgment. So with the games, we ask our judges just to look at the acting skills, the performance, rather than the script and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a good bit of fun if you're after a challenge. It's one take, one actor only, and 1 to 2.5 minutes. Now, we are also releasing a challenges program here at the Games very, very soon, probably tomorrow. And that is a series of 9 different events that you can do throughout 2023. So make sure you check that out. Lots of great fun and interesting different kinds of challenges for performers. I think that's about enough from me. So once again, a huge congratulations to the performers for not only making it all the way through the qualifying round, into the regionals, through to the globals, but for doing such great performances tonight. And I hope I'll see you again next week for our remaining 3 shows here at World Monologue Games. See ya.